Angola that saw a number of fans lose their lives. A moment of silence before the start of this match. They were hoping that he would be an ever-present for Sevilla, but Real Madrid came knocking and turned one of the best right backs into the game into arguably one of the best center backs. Keylor Navas asking for a little help from above. Even with Sergio León, he might not need it. Find out what this three in the back is able to do to stymie Osasuna and what they can do offensively on the other end. Master Iglesias Villanueva, the man with the whistle. Alfonso Castoya, Enrique Ramos down the lines, and Alejandro Fernandez is our fourth. We are underway. The ball rolling at El Sadar. Real Madrid in the white from the right to the left. The ball sails just over Cristiano Ronaldo and the blood red shirts of Osasuna with the blue shorts defending the goal towards the left. Here's Isco in this lineup, a bit more of an offensive playmaking role, and that one just goes a bit awry. Phil Shane, Matteo Bonetti with you, and Matteo, at least on paper, Real Madrid coming in heavy favorites.
Absolutely. Osasuna yet to win a game here at this stadium that has been historically a tough place for some of the big teams to come out under this new manager, Vasiljevic. They have played better football, though, Phil. Even though they have no wins in the last 13 La Liga games, they actually played quite well against La Real and Sevilla in their last 5 games, losing only by a 1-goal difference.
Petar Vasiljevic, Belgrade-born, ex-Partizan, spent some time in Spain with Osasuna and Albacete, and was the youth coach at the start of this decade.
Look at the positioning of Marcelo and Danilo, essentially wingers. They will definitely have a lot more freedom making those overlapping runs.
There are players to watch. Sergio León, the 28-year-old, at the point of Osasuna's spear, brought in from Elche in the offseason. Real Madrid, of course, with Cristiano Ronaldo. 32-year-old Cristiano Ronaldo as of about a week ago. But still the Ballon d'Or holder. And he hold on a bit more. Casemiro tries to bite, does pressure the pass away from Jaime Romero, and Modric was there. That is going to be one of the keys. See where Isco plays, see where Modric plays compared to Danilo and Vieira, and that might open some doors for Osasuna. Here is León. León kicks it wide, crossed in. Navas gets there just in time before Emmanuel Riviere. Dangerous chance for Osasuna.
Have to watch out for León. Very capable of taking the defenders on one-on-one. It's a smart pass out wide. Just wanted the ball back. He was well marked, though. And Keylor Navas has to be quick off of his line as this ball is intended for the option at the far post.
Across midfield, falls for Casemiro. His role will change today. Maybe a bit more stay at home, you would imagine. Because if he starts pushing up, that could mean some isolation downfield for Riviere and León to take advantage of. Here's Ramos, flicked on, Marcelo in stride, Benzema cutting over just in time. Oyer, that was close. steam out of the breath of the French striker. Temperature in the 40s, although expected to drop into the 30s before this match is over. There had been some heavy rain, although that seems to have stopped. The humidity still up there on this chilly night. Isco knocks it down nicely. Ronaldo looking for a gap, couldn't find it, forces wide to Benzema. Help on the inside. Benzema poked away and out for the corner kick.
That's decent pressure so far from those two Osasuna central midfielders, Tienza and Chelsea. They're going to have to put it on either Modric or Casemiro when they are in possession, or else they will pick apart this Osasuna backline, which is lacking in chemistry. Phil, the new center back Vujadinovic coming over.
Another chance for Marcelo, deflected away. Back for Isco. Now Marcelo tries to shake and bake, does get the cross in, stays in play. A bit off balance. Ramos with the rebound shot. Cranked wide. Benzema.
That's going to be one of the real danger points for Madrid. They've scored more headers than anyone else in La Liga. And ironically enough, Osasuna have conceded 1/3 of their goals from headers. It's the worst aerial defense. So definitely one of the biggest strengths for Real Madrid getting forward. Look at that cluster of players. 4 targets to aim at on the left foot of Marcelo. And the option, Benzema, always going to go from goal.
On far side, now Isco over on the right. Benzema trying to dribble his way through. Oyer Sanjurjo just getting a touch to it. Take a look on the break, and you see the number of white jerseys surrounding. Even if they are going with 3 in the back, they're trying to keep some numbers back. And here is Marcelo retreating, but maybe trying a little too hard. A whistle, maybe a fortunate one, but Osasuna keeping the pressure on. Riviere.
Player that really has to step it up. Frenchman Riviere. He hasn't scored a goal since the 2014 season with Newcastle. He's on loan from them and still looking for his first goal with Osasuna.
Benzema, almost as though Ronaldo is at the point of the spear. Tried some fancy footwork to step over and bring it under control, but lost his balance on the slick pitch.
Seen a lot of movement already from Ronaldo. He's drifted out wide left in his favorite position a few times, and that's allowed Isco to take that more central position alongside Benzema. But do expect Real Madrid players to be so interchangeable once they hit the final third. Not a bad idea that time from Benzema. Ronaldo gives the seal of approval.
Oh, the thumbs, the hands slick on the wet pitch. It is a new field as well. More on that in a moment. But on with a burst of speed. Leon gives as good as he gets. Holds on to the corner. Fakes. Varane flips up in the air. Tries to clear. Doesn't. And it's won right back by Berenguer. Osasuna not playing like a last place team.
Absolutely not when they're in possession. Take a look at that high line coming far up the pitch. They're sending plenty of men forward. So far Vasiljevic, the new manager, definitely trying to take it into Real Madrid's half and keep possession there.
Driven in, but it had come back to an offside position. Vasiljevic, the 3rd manager this season, stepping in for Joaquin Caparros, who was let go over the holidays. It's a rent, don't buy type of deal, though. His contract only running till the end of June, and I'm sure that depends on whether he is able to keep them up. Berenguer rolling it back, hurling his run, but a little too close to Navas. Again, good step up. This time it's Cayetano Bonin. Spanish-born Dominican international. Mother from the Dominican Republic. Mariano Diaz, similar story, Barcelona born, but his parents the Dominican, but Real Madrid striker did not make the trek.
Benzema was making a great run at the near side of your screen, was never spotted though.
Danilo to Ronaldo, thought about the cross, drops it back, anticipated well by Čaušić. Serbian by way of Turkey launching it long, and plenty of space. Romero now from the right side. Not a lot of help in for Nacho. Sneaks it to the near post. Down goes Keylor Navas. Riviere screaming it should be a corner, but let's take another look.
Yeah, great job from Jaime Romero. He creates the space going up against Nacho one-on-one, and only way that Riviere can put that one in, Phil, is with the back heel.
But does that come off of Navas?
Yeah. Looks that way.
Hard to tell. Bang, bang, and the referee Iglesias gives the goal kick. At least early on, Osasuna, not foolishly, surrendering possession, but not chances. Real Madrid with 69% possession. Ronaldo knocked to the turf again. But much of the play in the Real Madrid end.
A late challenge there from Fuentes, giving Ronaldo a rude awakening. Welcome to Pamplona.
Picked up on a free from Espanyol. Juan Fuentes, the left back today. It is somewhat of a makeshift team, and as we see, reaching for the pocket, first foul, but doesn't matter.
Does seem to have more of a free roll here today, Ronaldo, in this 3-5-2. Seen him pop up all over the place centrally, the right, the left.
Vasiljevic, Marcelo going down the line, but Benzema had not gotten back onside yet. Consistency a key, and inconsistency can be a curse. 7 players in their first season with Osasuna among the 11 in the starting lineup here today, and 2 of them have just been here for a few weeks. Sirigu and Vujadinovic, who was brought back from Beijing. Hard to build chemistry. They have to get it done here.
Especially the 2 center backs, the ones that require the most chemistry with one another. It's the first time that Oyer and Vujadinovic have played together, and have a goalkeeper in Sirigu who's barely played this entire season. Couldn't be out. Sergio Rico at Sevilla. Lost his job to Kevin Trapp at PSG, so Sirigu just happy to get his starting spot back somewhere.
Lost in Romero. Back is Ramos to clear. Launched across. Navas plays his line. Danilo doing a good job and just surrendering, but a round of applause from the fans in Pamplona. This will swing in towards the Tico. Near post, smashed out towards the top of the box. Isco steps up, but blasted in and off target. So no real chance. Fausto, another one of those new players, plucked away from Alcorcon in the offseason. Ramos looking long, trying to flick it on Benzema. Ronaldo twirls to the turf after he was a sandwich between the 2 mids, and now out wide as the whistle stayed silent. Jaime Romero into the 18. Well, if he was passing to Modric, Isco. A collision, maybe knee to knee. Cayetano Bonin is hurt and bad. Might not have been intentional. Isco, as he was turning and touching to space, did not see Tano, who was going for the ball. And immediately Vasiljevic looks to the bench.
Phil, it's a brutal collision. You could hear it right away. And a lot of the players, they didn't want to look.
Well, on a day where we saw Aleix Vidal have to be stretchered off for Barcelona, this one may be a little more unfortunate than ill-timed. Isco has to consider himself a bit lucky that he's able to continue. But Cayetano Bonin looks like his day is done.
And Tano knew right away. See the severity of the injury, his facial expression. Also the way his teammates reacted. It's a horror challenge in the end, but I don't think there's anything malicious in it from either player.
Well, now it's going to be David Garcia, normally a central defender, who will step in. 3 days away from his 23rd birthday, the Valentine's kid. This will require a bit of a shakeup. They might move Oyer off to the right, but again, avert your eyes. The knee just buckles.
Well, it's really the knee, Phil. It was the shin that it's not supposed to bend that way.
And again, you can see Isco limping, but fortunate he's not on a stretcher as well.
And hopefully we don't see any more replays of that.
Marcelo has, and he is looking on with almost biting his arm in pain. Tano Bonin, our thoughts and prayers to him.
Absolutely terrible on a day where we saw Alex Vidal go down with a horrific ankle injury. This one a bit higher up. It looked like the shin that
might have given way. Teo Hernandez, the young loanee from Atletico, who clattered in to Alex Vidal, sending a note saying his apologies and he was going to go visit. Never means to hurt another professional, and I'm sure Isco will feel the same way, even though this was just more bad fortune. In for Riviere, headed away by Varane. Riviere continues to challenge, only 6 feet tall, but the Frenchman plays a little bigger than that. Marcelo in the middle is trying to strip it away. Fausto flicks it forward. Riviere the overhead, but a weak effort. Creative, but not a challenge for Navas. Well, in many ways, his teammates will have to try and put the thought of Tano's injury behind them. Headed back, and it is Oyer Sanjurjo, normally a midfielder who has slid out to the right side, and David Garcia will slot into his more accustomed center back position. Zinedine Zidane on the sideline, Natalie attired, hurdling one challenge. Benzema as Garcia flailed away. Isco keeping the pressure on.
It's a more defensive look now for Osasuna as they have 3 center backs. They won't get as much in terms of overlapping runs from Oyer, who has taken Tano's position, as you mentioned.
30-year-old youth product from Osasuna. Had some time with Celta Vigo before coming back home. Their side Nacho under pressure. Follow all of your action from La Liga, beInSports.com, and of course feel free to share your thoughts. Use the hashtag #BeInLaLiga. Check out the TV guide on beInSports.com as well. Right now, Monaco and Metz about ready to start the second half on beIN Sports Connect 3. Lille Angers on 4, Toulouse Bastia on 5. And then Fiorentina and Udinese and some Serie A play as well on beIN Sports Connect. Isco, maybe not intentionally the dummy, the shot, and launching himself to his left, Keylor Navas.
Not a bad effort here from Fausto. Just falls to him outside the box, and he unleashes on this one. It's curling as well. Takes that wicked deflection.
It looked like Casemiro throwing himself at it.
And he had to, and really could have taken the ball anywhere. Keylor Navas quick to react. It's down very low. More importantly, he doesn't bobble it in front of him, although there weren't really any Osasuna players in the vicinity.
Deadened it nicely. Real Madrid in second place at kickoff, although they did have 3 games in hand. This one of them. Pass from Marcelo behind the run.
An odd pounce on that pitch, which took a bit of rain before the game.
Something also to note, Mateo, is this is a new pitch. You can kind of see it from some of the angles the squares and the lines from the new sod that was laid down, you're going to see a bit of those strange bounces.
Yeah, that was a wicked hop, though. So Madrid, if they go into the final third, will have to watch out around that area of the pitch.
Nice tackle. Knocked away, but they're going to say off Casemiro and out. Barcelona with 48 points. Real Madrid with 46. They still have that Club World Cup match to make up against Valencia, and then the aftermath of the gale that came into Brittany or into the Galician area with Celta Vigo.
Good approach so far from Osasuna. You'd never guess this is a side that still is yet to win here. That is Sadat. Very offensive look. Just take a look at that defensive line, Phil. Trying to get everyone in Real Madrid's half. Of course, you leave yourself exposed to the counter. But so far, Real Madrid not able to really create much of anything when they have gone forward. Just a half chance for Karim Benzema in just around 19 minutes.
Kind of interesting. Even when they had the ball, Fausto Tienza seems to be shadowing Isco. And now, as Isco drags all the way to the right, he'll pass him off. Looking long. Casemiro pushing up. A bit of a wrinkle. That means Modric will have to try and cover. Here's Fausto. Does a good job. Casemiro goes down. Might have taken an inadvertent hit, but the referee says play on. Our side, Chausic. Having to the inside, Leon shows. Turns away from Ramos, and up steps Modric, the most unlikely defender. One back though, wide near side. Romero inside. Nacho takes him down, and a free kick just outside the box.
And dangerous position as well. The big men coming up now from the back. Great move though from Sergio Leon earlier on. A real classy striker when he's in possession. Just seems to glide with the ball, doesn't he?
There the elbow does seem to come out from Fausto.
Left arm raised did catch the side of Casemiro's face.
Casemiro tends to throw himself into those challenges, and obviously sometimes the officials don't quite spot all of the collisions.
Uncharted territory as well from Casemiro. It's not often you see him being the furthest midfielder forward. Isco had to drop back to take up his position.
Dangerous goal scoring chance here for Osasuna. This will swing in towards Navas. Going for that upper corner, and a wasted effort.
What a waste for Osasuna. They're not going to have many golden chances like this one. You have all the big men up from the back. At least keep it in the pitch. As you see the look on Marcelo's face, it really was a horrific challenge. Hopefully we don't have to see the replay anymore. Our viewers' discretion as well. Look away. And I think all the players knew right away the severity. You could hear it in the microphones. A real big blow for Vasiljevic, losing his starting right back in Tano. And probably not going to be back in the pitch, Phil, anytime soon, fortunately for him.
Something else of note. Did you see that LA Dodgers logo that was tattooed on Marcelo's hand? I know he spent some time there, but I wonder if that might be in his future. Not with the Dodgers, although they probably could use another lefty. More of a playmaking role from Marcelo Vieira. That one bounces all the way through and then guided back to Sirigu. Give me an idea on the man from Sardinia by way of Palermo. Never seems to have the good fortune of finding the team that will give him the #1 spot.
He did play for PSG though as a starter for 4 seasons, then lost his spot to Kevin Trapp, and it was because of his feet, Phil. Kevin Trapp a lot better with the ball at his feet, and Sirigu can make some great reflex saves, but not as good in his distribution. Although that'd be a problem if he played for Barcelona, not really Osasuna, as they just want him to boot the ball downfield and probably not played short.
Isco taken down. Went to Sevilla last year on loan, hoping to get the #1 spot. That didn't work out either. And now off to Osasuna.
Definitely an improvement over Nauzet. That's the idea here at Osasuna. I fully expect him to be the starter. You're getting a goalkeeper here on the table. Osasuna that has plenty of Champions League experience with Paris Saint-Germain.
The other point to consider, though, from his perspective, and it cost him in many ways in regards to the Euro, sitting on the bench. Now maybe his last chance to get any Azzurri glory in Russia 2018, because you figure Buffon holds on, and now it looks as though Donnarumma, the heir apparent. So Sirigu needs action wherever he can get it. Here's Casemiro with some space. Back comes Benzema, gets a boot in. Off to Modric. Casemiro again at the point of that midfield triangle. Ronaldo under the keeper, and Sirigu upended. Ronaldo on the board, Real in front.
Oh, it's an absolute howler, this, from Salvatore Sirigu.
Right at his
in
feet.
Such a narrow angle. All he does is blast it towards the Italian goalkeeper and just takes a touch under his feet. But one that you fully expect the goalkeeper to be able to parry just down. Here's a look at the build-up. Ronaldo makes an interesting run past the newcomer Vujadinovic. Just has to step on him, but look at how narrow that angle is. Should not be able to score from that position. The goalkeeper has to have this one covered. And Sirigu just not able to get down enough. He gets the slightest touch onto it. Oh, I think it goes through his feet, Phil.
It did, and maybe even hits him on the backside.
And then here's the best look. Yeah, just under his feet. Takes a slight touch, but once again, that is all on the goalkeeper. Ronaldo doesn't care. That's 3 goals in 3 matches in a row.
There is a goalkeeper drill where, as the ball goes through your legs, you turn around to try and grab it on the other side. But it was laser speed off the boot of Ronaldo. No chance for Sirigu. If you missed it, of course, feel free to go to facebook.com/BeInSportsUSA and watch it again. On the board, 14th time this season. Luis Suarez had 2 goals today. He's atop the list with 18. Messi found the net. He's at 17. And Ronaldo ahead of Iago Aspas now with 14. Out wide on the far side. Osasuna and Sergio León's top scorer with 6 goals.
Yeah, 6 goals. Also Neymar has 6 goals, and also Sergio Ramos has 6 goals. So Neymar with as many strikes as Real Madrid's defender. That is incredible.
Well, now, after maybe not outplaying, but holding their own with Real Madrid for the opening 25 minutes, Osasuna finds themselves trailing. Out wide for Romero, back inside, good positioning. Casemiro pretty much making himself at home in both boxes. Marcelo stays in play. If he was passing to Zidane, might not have been a bad one.
Osasuna have gone with their own back 3 as well. Mentioned it before that after Tano went off injured, Oyer, Davi Garcia, and Vujadinovic, all 3 center backs. So bit of a change of formation now for the new manager.
Something also of note, and we saw it on the goal, Cristiano Ronaldo playing in that number 9 role. Karim Benzema actually providing for the Portuguese star.
That's what Benzema does so well, Phil. Seen him, the way he can hold up the ball and soft feet to be able to just play in whoever's making the diagonal run. There was a bit of a role reversal. So many things that Benzema does well. One of them is setting up teammates for easy chances.
Far side for Real Madrid. Fans continue to beat down with the drums. Vasiljevic still awaiting his first victory as Osasuna boss, but in some ways he has stopped the bleeding. 4 draws in his 6 matches in charge. They've only lost twice. Elbow out, Modric whistled. Didn't seem to catch him much, but enough for a yellow.
No question about it. Both arms go flailing up for Modric as he knows he's beaten for pace. Lovely move there from Alex Berenguer. Just trying to beat Modric with pace. Knows he has the advantage, and there Modric just raises that right arm. The elbow does catch the face of Berenguer. That's always going to be a yellow card.
Elbow, forearm, hand, whatever he was reaching out to try and slow down Berenguer, and the homegrown winger causing some problems here as we approach the half hour.
Hefty moves from the 21-year-old, a real promise around these parts. Berenguer, one of those tasked with linking up the midfield with the front two strikers.
Modric still arguing with the referee. Launched inside, soaring chance, grabbed on the goal line to deny Garcia. The substitute getting up and over, but not past Navas. Little concerned, Zinedine Zidane?
So far, just happy to sit a bit back after that goal, take a more defensive position, and absorb this pressure from Osasuna. Not really shown the ability so far to be able to break down this back five from Real Madrid. See with the wing back striking back, three natural center backs. It's going to be difficult for Osasuna to find space in the final third.
Almost as though the fans let Fausto know there was pressure from behind. Good chance here inside, and Varane uses those long legs. Fans, though, applaud. They like this. A bit tougher. This is a team that, since the start of the season, have won just one match in league. And as many draws since Vasiljevic took over as they had all season long.
And a bit of a miscommunication. You see there, Vujadinovic and Sirigu, no one really sure who was going to get the touch. Goes out in the end. Definitely see that lack of chemistry at the back as a new defender, a new goalkeeper.
Vujadinovic had spent a season with Osasuna, coming over from Sturm Graz a couple of years ago, but then moved to Beijing for a season. Anyway, his spot taken by an ex-Newcastle midfielder, Sheikh Tiote, for Beijing in the Chinese second division. That opened the door for a return to Pamplona. Isco keeping the ball moving. Osasuna trying to stymie as much as they can, but the fans demand a bit more. Can be a fierce style from the side from Pamplona. Not Basque, well, some would say not Basque in Navarro, but thinking back to the days of El Rifle and beyond, Bulls aren't the only ones that run hard in Pamplona. Quarter hour left to go, looking to scoop at Leon, couldn't. Kept in play though by Osasuna. Good look at the standings as we stand. Almost. Tricky by Riviere, and you know what? If Ramos didn't have his hands behind his back. Corner kick upcoming.
Not a bad run here from Riviere, just trying to make that diagonal run across of Sergio Ramos, who does well to avoid anything resembling a penalty. Arms tucked behind.
The cross. Off the thigh, Leon. He'll track it down himself. The ex-Betico inside, but too much on it. Not a bad idea. Vujadinovic was lurking forward. Now a chance the other way, and they don't have numbers back. Burst of speed, Benzema, Ronaldo.
Great challenge.
Ronaldo, maybe a few years ago, would have found an extra gear, but swept aside by Chausic.
It was Oyer that got dispossessed there, just trying to go all around Benzema. Gives the ball right back. It's good pressure from Benzema to win it back, and then Chausic, one of the few back, and does well to just commit his body and get in the way of Ronaldo.
Maybe a better pass would have been closer to feet for the return. Regardless, still just 1-0. Ronaldo's 14th of the season.
Again, Casemiro in a more advanced role.
Osasuna actually with more shots today, twice as many as Real Madrid. Mateo, they might get another here. Flag stays down. Navas comes out, chipped up and in by Sergio Leon. We're tied at 1. The fast break and the deft finish. His 7th of the season.
What a run and what a finish. This is the danger man we've been talking about for Osasuna, the one who can really create that moment of magic, and what a finish it was. The run timed to perfection, the delivery spot on as he got in between the two Real Madrid center backs. Multiple steps on the closest Madrid defender as well, all the time in the world to see Keylor Navas rushing out. He's onside, being kept onside by Varane. Ramos was just desperate to try to get back in position, and what a sumptuous finish that is. Sees Keylor Navas rushing out of his goalpost, and the cheekiest of chips from Sergio Leon, a man who scored one of the finest goals you'll ever see last week. Takes a look around, goalkeeper goes to ground. Couldn't have done it any better. Game on.
Takes something special to beat Rafa Varane for speed. But again, that one might be pinned at the door of Zinedine Zidane. 4 in the back, and Varane and Ramos probably don't have that wide a gap between them.
Warren in line as well. Look how much further forward Ramos was compared to Rafa Varane.
Fausto challenging Casemiro. Modric makes the run, but that little hesitation allows Vujadinovic to step in. Another chance here, Jausic, but Danilo in the way. And Real Madrid realizes they might have a game going on. Benzema gets it back. Ronaldo, Benzema, but the combination finally falls short. If you missed it, in fact, Varane might want to have a look to see how that one happened. Facebook.com/beInSportsUSA.
And Phil, we have a bunch of clairvoyants in the production department. The 2 players to watch, both scoring. Cristiano on one side, Sergio Leon on the other.
No divas there. They do the work. 35th minute. Getting closer to the top 10 in scoring. Although Aduriz, if you caught it earlier just before this match, on his 36th birthday, found the net again. Now 8 goals. Lasted long, but Navas back quickly. Worth a shot. Good try by Fausto Tienza.
Yeah, that is an ambitious hit from Fausto. He takes a look up. He does have Sergio Leon making a run, trying to go in behind Ramos again, and then just going for the spectacular.
Ronaldo in, Benzema slapped away Sirigu. Marcelo can't control, and Osasuna dodges a bullet.
What a ball that is from Ronaldo. That time Sirigu coming up massive.
Chance for Isco. Now Marcelo. Real looking for the go-ahead goal. Trickles away, far side. Berenguer dispossessed. Danilo, top of the box. Modric caresses across, but too far. Marcelo back, top of the box for Isco. But now a chance with Real thrown forward. Can Osasuna get it going the other way?
Leon screaming for the ball again, never comes.
Romero just couldn't find the lane. Half of Real Madrid still upfield. Burst of speed. Fuentes towards the goal line. The cross deflected and out for a corner. Nope, they're going to say off target.
Yeah, there he is again, Leon. Wanted the ball played short to him. He was out wide and plenty of position to run at the defense. And there's Sirigu doing so well to sprawl himself out. Benzema thinks he has an easy finish. Much better. Great ball, though, from Ronaldo. Delivers it on a golden platter for Benzema. Hit low and hard.
Sirigu first in position for the expected shot, but then Benzema let it run to his left foot, and the 6'4" Italian launched himself to his right to make the save. I think that might make up for the blunder against Ronaldo. 1:19 to go here in the opening half. Fausto going in, the book. And he's barking at Iglesias. He might be asking for more.
Bit of an overreaction that time from Fausto. Calm down. Challenges late. A yellow card, but it's the reaction that could have prompted even more. That's a dangerous challenge from Fausto Tienza.
27-year-old midfielder out of Talavera La Real in Extremadura. Ignacio Iglesias, though, not one that really, shall we say, is full of himself. Nice turn by Modric outside of the right boot. Caresses for Marcelo. He'll get there. Early cross, goal line, headed Benzema, but off target. And regardless, they're going to say it went out. Ignacio Iglesias went on a TED Talk. You know those things, TED Talks?
Yep.
And comes out after they introduce him, and the entire audience is applauding. And he goes, "You'll have to forgive me. I'm not used to applause. I'm a referee."
So look at that goal from earlier. Ronaldo from the narrowest of angles, able to squeeze it through Sirigu. Definitely should have done better, but as you mentioned, Phil did atone for his error with that lovely save, sprawling himself to get a touch on Benzema's effort.
And here again,
yeah,
set
that
off.
is tremendous. You don't know him, just go do a quick search, see the goals that he scored, not just this season, but even last year with Elche. He is very much capable of the spectacular. And an interesting story, Sergio León. He only burst onto the scene. This is his first ever full season in La Liga. He's 28 years old. Was the Pichichi of the Segunda with 22 goals last campaign with Elche. Finally, drew the eye of a scout in La Primera.
That's a bit of a concern. Fuentes, the player who sent León off to the races, seems to have taken a hit and is a bit woozy on his way to the sideline. León coming up through Real Betis system, joined them as a teenager, but never quite able to step in, and left in 2010, then through a variety of teams. Elche didn't even put him on the roster, loaning him out to lower division clubs before he finally stepped in a couple of seasons ago and started scoring a goal every other game. Osasuna glad to have him. 40th minute, and here he is. He might not be done. Only two in the box, gets the cross in over Navas. And if that one had dropped off the table, Riviere was inside, but good work by the Tico. Take a look at the table, and they seem destined for the drop. They are 3 points adrift, and they are 8 points from safety. But there's still 16 games to go after this. And if they get a point against Real Madrid, that's unexpected and maybe one step towards safety. Benzema touching it back. Gets a bit easier. Then again, taking on the leaders coming into the round. They do have a trip to Vigo to face Celta, then one to Barcelona against Espanyol, then Villarreal. Once you get into March, a bit easier, they'll open up against Las Palmas.
Trying to go for more of that Route 1 football. Now Osasuna over the top to look for León and his pace to get around that Real Madrid defense again.
Lifted forward, trying to nod it back, Ronaldo to Benzema, but couldn't quite reach it.
Yeah, good idea. Was slightly behind him, Ronaldo, so he couldn't settle it, just trying to nudge it back. Benzema was making a run, but well covered as well inside the box.
Again, on paper, this was supposed to be an easy win for Real. They haven't lost the last 7 times that they faced Osasuna, but even with their woes, Mateo, the last 2 meetings in La Liga have ended in draws, and this could be 3 in a row. Winning only 1 of their last 6.
It's a bit strange so far with Real Madrid is how deep Isco's been dropping. I think they need him a bit further forward to play closer to Ronaldo and Benzema, especially in this more defensive look for Zidane.
Stripped away off the double team. Isco to the inside. Again, just 1 win. Their last 6 trips to El Sadar, stepping up, trying to force it free. Vujadinovic taken down, but no foul. It'll be a busy Volkswagen halftime show coming up. 1-1 the score and a number of chances. Maybe another one here. Danilo. Benzema kisses it back. Ronaldo with the left foot that doesn't quite strike sweet.
Again, great idea from Benzema. Wasn't in any position to take the ball himself and go for goal. It's a lovely cross in from Danilo. And here Benzema just trying to find it's the earlier attempt, that wonderful save by Salvatore Sirigu, but just a second ago saw Benzema doing so well again to try to set up Ronaldo. But there, just laying it off for him to take first time.
They started with León's old Betis being held at home by Valencia. Foul against Casemiro. Fans want a card as he jumped across Jaime Romero. Did look like he took aim after missing the ball. Barca, with what was actually a closer game at the half than it appears on the score sheet, running away with a 6-0 thrashing of Alaves. Athletic Bilbao on the opposite end needed to come from behind. 2 late goals, including one approaching injury time. by the 36-year-old birthday boy Aritz Arodriz. We're tied at 1 here. Ramos back, pulled down. What a shot by Riviere as he quickly finds the trigger, but Navas up to the challenge.
And not a bad attempt, just falls to the Frenchman. Almost can't believe the space that he has as Ronaldo's not able to latch onto it. And Keylor Navas reacts well. Look at all the bodies in front of him. He sees this one at the final moment, and Navas is so well to get down, and again, not bobbling it in front of him, able to keep it in his grasp. It's good goalkeeping.
Never a high score. Riviere, one of those that always seemed about ready to burst out for Saint-Etienne, Toulouse, and Monaco.
So he had one double-digit goal-scoring season, Phil, with Monaco.
Maybe, just maybe, if he can find some consistency. Marcelo lets it run. Isco can caress it, instead drives it in the spin to the arms of Sirigu. 45th minute approaches.
Not bad here, always trying to put it on his favored right foot. Isco does find that little sliver of room that's closed down instantaneously. Let's take that deflection in the end.
Spinning towards goal, Romero cuts to the inside, surrounded by White, and then it's Isco with the hook to pull it away. If he doesn't, he's in the area unmarked.
Tremendous defending, but why is Isco playing so far back in this midfield?
Casemiro playing so far up. A foul, and Real Madrid with a chance, maybe for the final play of this first half. Restarted, but well away from the foul. We'll have to bring it back. Now they start. Ronaldo. Marcelo. Had a go, and out for the goal kick.
Look at that challenge from behind by Isco's and playing a lot more defensively, just in front of the center backs at times. That is expertly timed from Isco. Not really what he has in his repertoire. Pulls it off so well.
13 matches without a victory. Haven't won since a regional win at Eibar back in the middle of October. Home fans have not seen a win this year. Only team in the top 5 leagues in Europe yet to send the home fans home happy. Would this be the day? Modric. Casemiro looking for Ronaldo, cut off nicely by the big Serb, or Montenegrin, excuse me.
You do get the feeling that if it remains like this in about 50 minutes play time, we will see an offensive switch from Zidane. Maybe go back to the usual 4-man defense.
Would you say it's a fault of the defense, although again maybe separated for his goal? Or is it just Osasuna playing it up a gear?
I've been so impressed with Osasuna. When they're in possession, Phil, they've been sending so much support up top to the 2 strikers. And it was just a case of finding the right run of Sergio León, who timed it wonderfully well.
Fans want the whistle from the referee. There's still about 40 seconds left for a full 2 minutes. All eyes and ears in the sky blue Ignacio Iglesias. I'm sure he would have loved to have silenced the crowd by this point. It's anything but. Benzema, Ronaldo, it's Casemiro almost dispossessed. Now Isco on the far flank. Danilo, last play of the opening half, in for Sirigu, and he plucks it down, looking long himself. A good chest up by Ramos, and we will be going to the 48th. Nope, that will do it. First half on the stroke of 47, and we're tied at 1. Ronaldo and León.
Entertaining and, strangely enough, balanced game. Still everything left to play for.